It's just big for the program and morale. For the team to do what we've been trying to do all year was go win a big game. It's definitely a big game. Number one team in the West. It was just really good to go there and get a big victory with all the guys, and the energy was unbelievable.
Yeah, and I know like in a losing streak like that, sometimes like you're saying, like the morale does get a little bit low. But like, how are you able to kind of just try to keep? I know coach says like just trying to keep positive. How are you able to just try to keep positive, knowing like no one of these games are just going to go y'all's way?
It's just relaying the message that Coach Kenny puts out. The only thing you can do when you lose is go back to work. And that's his big message. So, as a leader of the team and all the leaders were together, we're like, man, all we can do is go back to work and get back ready for the next week. So that was the message to the team, and that's what we did.
How important is it to not overlook ULM because y'all are coming off of a win, need two more wins to get a bowl game, but like while ULM is like not a great team, Penny says they don't really have much to play for. How important is it to just like focus on them and not look at the record or
I
anything?
mean, it's I would say it's extremely important. I mean, I've been in this league for 6 years, and I say it every time somebody asks me. Anybody can be anybody in the Sun Belt. I mean, if you look at the game last week, I mean, if you asked random Sun Belt fans who they thought was going to win the game, I guarantee you they wouldn't have picked us, and we won 41-14. So anything can happen in this league. Everybody's good enough to beat everybody, so you can't take any opponent lightly at all.
Seeing that performance by the defense on Saturday after what had transpired the 5 games prior, how nice was that to finally see that complementary defense that you've heard a lot of the coaches and offense players preach and talk about? How nice was it finally to get that this season?
It's incredible. I would say it's very inspiring. I would say it's the first game where we all played together. Special teams, offense, and defense. We all played together. When the defense came up with some big stops, we weren't offense wasn't stagnant. We went down and took advantage of that. And it just felt good that all three phases were on the same page, and we were playing some good football.
For you personally, over 3,000 yards rushing now after that game. You're closing in on 1,000 yards this season with 2 games left. Just hearing those personal accolades, knowing what you've gone through, you missed the whole season with ACL injury, and just your whole journey. How does is it easy to sit back and reflect on that, or is the mission still all go ahead for the rest of the season with 2 games left?
Gas pedal's definitely down for sure. I'm focused on the season and beating ULM. When I'm finished playing, hopefully after a bowl game, I can sit back for the rest of my life and reflect back on my college playing time. But I'm just blessed to be able to have played college football for this long, and I'm just ready to go play ULM and get a win. I'm trying to extend the season.
How was it last week against Southern Miss? It's been a bit pass happy over the past few weeks. How fun was it to just like get on the ground again, just pound the rock like it?
It's always fun to get in there and you run your zones, your inside zones with backs, your powers, your counters. It just feels good. But whatever I got to do for the team for us to get a win, that's the most important thing. So whether it's me taking 25 carries or me taking 5 carries and pass blocking the whole game, if we can get the win, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, what can you say about your offensive line? I know they don't always get the shine as they need to. But how proud of you for that offensive line being able to allow y'all to run for over 200 yards as a team?
They're unbelievable. I think it starts with Coach Shu. He does a really good job. We've had a lot of guys step up this year. I think Strawn's really a big one. He's a big leader for us. Brock Riker has been unbelievable, stepping up right there at center. I have the utmost confidence. I wouldn't rather have run behind any Sunbelt offensive line in this league than them. I think that they're neither number two or number one and highest rated offensive lines. I'm just very thankful to be able to run behind an O line like them and have Coach Shu scheming up the run game every week.
Yeah, coach, mentioned they played a lot of freshmen in this game, and a lot of them stepped up some really big roles. How proud are you for this freshman class being able to answer the call when their name was called upon?
It's big time. All the seniors always say like they remember the year they were a freshman, and to have opportunities that these guys are getting, and they're taking a hold of it, and they're shining in those opportunities. All you can do is smile, being an older guy looking down and being like, man, like that kid's a true freshman. He was just in high school, and he's out here with us making plays. It's just incredible to see. I'm so happy for all the young guys that played in the game.
Did Grayson hit text you after you hit the 3,000 yard mark?
Grayson hit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a name pull. Yes, that's one of my good buddies from high school. Yes, he did.
Yeah, he was telling me that he likes to kind of give you crap whenever he makes like a move, whenever he's like pitching or whatnot. How is that like having a buddy in the major leagues or like in the minor leagues right now, and just kind of that competition between you two? How does that help you grow as a player?
Oh, it helps me grow every day, man. Me and him have been competing since really the end of elementary school, middle school, high school. Like we always go back in high school because he's a dual sport athlete. So like he was really elite at football. He had 1,500 yards and 19 touchdowns, and then he's over there pitching, committed to Alabama. So I won Mr. Athletic in high school for football, but he was really the guy that could do it all. So he's been the guy that could play basketball, play baseball, play football. Now I've always just been a football guy. So he talks crap that I'm not good at any other sports. So it's just all my life he's just always been there for me, and I've been there for him. That's one of my best friends. So to see him to be able to shine like he is awesome.
Yeah, he was saying he should have won Mr. Athletic.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. He really should have. He's a dog.
Lincoln, how important is it going to be to get a big crowd for this weekend? With both of those Willies still on the line, how important is it going to be for you guys to get all the support you can out here?
Yeah. It's always important to have the biggest crowd you can have, but at the end of the day, you got to bring your own energy into every game. But we're going to expect Bobcat Nation's going to be there for us. But at the end of the day, you got to show up and be ready to play no matter what.
Yeah. And these final two games at home, what kind of message do you just want to send to the Bobcat fans as under your college career approaches?
All I can say is come out and support us. We have a lot of things going on right now, and we can't wait to show Bobcat Nation these last two games what we're about.
Have you gotten to dive in and look at ULM's defense at all? What can you tell us about the Warlocks?
One thing that really stands out is their interior D linemen. They're very big. They got a 325 pounder, a 315 pounder. They're very big. They're very multiple. They play a lot of four down, a lot of odd fronts, and they're very good in the secondary as well. Just not a defense to take lightly at all. I know you can look at stats, this and that, but everybody comes out to play on game day, so we'll definitely have our hands full with their defense.
Hey, look,
I forgot. I was thinking.
I'll get one. I got one for you. I was thinking about Barrett Neely. I was looking at records for Brad Jackson, him getting close to 3,000 yards passing. Only happened 4 times. One of them's Barrett Neely. Now that's your running back coach. What's that like to play for a guy who's kind of a Texas State legend? Not kind of, it is a Texas State legend. It's at a different position. He's coaching at running back. What's he like as a running back coach?
Man, he's awesome. The thing about having Coach Neely as your running back coach is, he always gets to pull up his film as a quarterback running the ball, and he's like, man, I can do this too. So he's always really funny. But the cool thing about having a previous quarterback as your running back coach is when you're in pass pro and you're doing all types of things and having your eyes on checkdowns and stuff, like he can give us that viewpoint of a quarterback versus a normal running back coach that didn't play quarterback, couldn't previously before. So getting different outlooks on things and how we make a block to how the quarterback reacts, it's just really cool like that. But he's always high energy, and he's going to be on you for sure no matter what.
Does he help Brad at all? Do you ever any crossover there helping Brad Jackson at quarterback?
Oh yeah, he's always talking to Brad, at practice and messing with him and stuff like that, giving him pointers here and there. But he mainly sticks around with the RBs.
Barrett feels like he would be the perfect quarterback for GJ's offense.
Oh, no doubt. Coach Neely could do it all when he played. He could throw a bomb and he could run for 200. I mean, a big thing is that Georgia Southern game. He pulls it up in there sometimes where I think he ran for 150, threw for 350. Like that's just unbelievable numbers.
I got one more. So, in this age of transfer portals, everyone wants to go get the bag. What do you think is the value of sticking around in the city that chose you? I guess.
What means a lot to me and why I stayed is just being around the same staff for multiple years. I think if you look back on my career, I've had 8 or 9 running back coaches, 4 head coaches, 5 offensive coordinators. Like to be able to be with Coach Kinney and be with Coach Neely for multiple years, I valued that so much. And and to also have an opportunity to be a starter. I think a lot of guys take that for granted. Me being a 6-year guy, I've played 5 years. This is the first year I've been a starter for an entire year. Never take that for granted. I mean, having a role is great, and everybody's going to have a role sometime in their career, but if you have an opportunity to be a starter for a team, there's nothing like it in the world.